guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're looking at an Ariana Grande lookalike, and when I mean lookalike, I mean lookalike.
My name is Paige, and I make TikTok videos, and sometimes people say I look like Ariana Grande.
I mean, they don't say you look like Ariana Grande, you are Ariana Grande. I think I made a video on this girl before. Basically, she lives her life to be Ariana Grande, and she's made a career out of it. I mean, fair play to her, she's got millions of followers because she looks like a celebrity.
In like 4th grade, someone told me on the playground that I looked like Ariana, and I didn't know who that was.
Well, I mean, now you do because you genuinely look like her. This is so freaky because, like, you'd look at this and think this is Ariana, but it really isn't. I mean, I'm all for people being impersonated, and I think impersonators are really cool. However, there is a difference with impersonators. There's the good type who, you know, will dress up as the parts and do their act, their show, etc. And then there's the people who are obsessed with them and will literally do every single thing and live like them 24/7.
And I think I looked her up. So that's how I kind of like found out who she was.
And now you look like her long lost sibling. I mean, if Ariana ever needs someone to like do something, like go out to the shops or like, I don't know, be seen somewhere, just send Paige in.
I saw how beautiful she was, and I immediately like became like obsessed with her.
I mean, yeah, we can definitely tell you become obsessed with her, and I mean, you look good, you really do look like her. It's quite creepy, isn't it? I mean, look, I would love to be looking like a celebrity. Who do I look like? I got told I look like Edwin Cullen, that guy in Twilight, or one of them shows. I don't know which one. I've been told I look like him. However, I don't really like dress up and pretend to be him all the time.
I admire Ariana because I think that she's an amazing singer. She's a great actress.
I mean, that's true. A lot of people don't talk about her acting. She was an actress before she was like a professional singer. I feel like nowadays people think of Ariana Grande and they just think of her singing, but no, she was in Victorious. I also feel like this girl is putting on like a Victorious voice. I've noticed that a lot of the Ariana Grande lookalikes, they always try to be Kat out of Victorious, but it's like that was a character she played, so that's not like actual Ariana.
This is a classic because it's an oversized hoodie. You know, it's very similar to something that she has worn before.
Okay, yeah, so she is putting on the Ariana Grande cat voice. Also, just the way she's looking, it does really look like Ariana. I mean, look, if you want to be you, I mean, I can't really say that because she really isn't being her. Like, imagine if Ariana Grande came across her, I'd be terrified.
My whole closet is very similar to things Ariana has worn just because we have similar fashion sense.
I mean, that's not true, is it? You don't have a similar fashion. Basically, you try to be her. Like, that is the whole point of what she is. I mean, look, I kind of feel bad for her, low-key, because, like, does she have her own identity? I mean, Ariana has had many different, like, Ariana moments throughout the year. Do you reckon Paige would get surgery to look like her?
This is really cute. I've worn this in a TikTok, actually. My most viewed TikTok video.
Oh my god, yeah, I forgot she does TikTok. She's got like 10 million followers. I bet you just popped up in Ariana's For You page. Imagine if Ariana's like mum had TikTok, like Paige popped up. She'd be thinking this is my daughter, but then it isn't. But yet again, even looking at her, like, you're telling me that ain't Ariana. Everything about her, and I feel like this is like the very old Ariana. I feel like that was Ariana whenever she started singing, like her first few albums. She isn't like that anymore, like she's completely changed.
I started making TikToks in the beginning of November 2019.
Oh my god, yet again, here is what I'm talking about. They do like the Cat Valentine and like the old Ariana. Look, I'm a fan of Ariana, I listen to all her music, but she doesn't really dress or act like that anymore. I would definitely say since like 2018, she's changed a lot. So when was Victorious? I think Victorious ended 2012 or 2013. It ended quite a few years ago. Ariana has not acted like Cat for like 10 years. A lot of like these lookalikes will act like Cat 24/7 or like do the Cat voice.
The longest I've spent trying to make a TikTok was probably like 4 to 5 hours. That's how long it takes me to make sure that I get one that I really like.
I mean, to be fair, you could literally just go like that and you'd look like her. Was it genetics or was it her like transforming herself into her? Because like, I want to know what she looks like without the makeup, without the hair like Ariana. I just want to see what she looks like Paige.
It takes me so long because I want to make sure I have the right facial expressions and that I have like more energy.
Does she get paid to do this? Is this like her job? I mean, if she's gonna be Ariana Grande like impersonator, she'd make lots of money. But she's now talking about how she basically like tries to be her. So it is like an impersonator. I mean, I feel like whenever you think of Ariana, she does kind of like babyish things. I remember she used to always carry around like a little teddy, so she would not act babyish, but like some of her like facial expressions, especially in like the early days, were quite like youngish. Is that a word? I don't know if I've described what I'm trying to explain properly.
I mean, since I spent so long trying to make TikToks, it's basically like a full-time job.
Okay, so yeah, it is a full-time job. Also, is she depressed? I know that sounds like really bad and like really really out there to say, but I feel like she's really sad. Obviously, whenever you look at her, she looks like Ariana. She looks beautiful. Like, look at her. She's so gorgeous. But like, if you look in her eyes, they do look really sad. And I feel like a lot of times these people will pretend to be other people because they don't know their own identity. Does that make sense? It's like they put on the front. It's kind of like whenever like broke people pretend to be rich. You know how like celebrities or influencers will act like they make millions and like they've got all this designer stuff, but deep down they are not as rich as how they make themselves out to be. And I kind of feel like that's the thing with her. I just want to see her be her.
When my TikTok videos started to get a lot of attention, I thought it was very cool, and I didn't expect it at all.
I mean, look, you look identical to her. Of course you're gonna blow up. I mean, I'm telling you right now, if she put like a mask on or like sunglasses and she went out in public, if I seen her, I'd probably think, oh my god, why is Ariana in Belfast?
I have 10.8 million TikTok followers. Some positive reactions that I get on TikTok are that I make people's day and cheer them up if they're having a bad day.
I mean, to be fair, people say that to me and I don't really understand it. It's kind of like, do they really feel like that? I mean, maybe if she like replied to you, like imagine you're thinking, oh my god, I want Ariana to reply to me, it's never gonna happen. Let's go to her most famous lookalike page and maybe she'll reply. I mean, 10.8 million followers, that's like a lot. I think the population in Northern Ireland is like 2.5, 2.8. So 5 times if Northern Ireland follow her, I think there's 60 million people in the UK. Like, that's a lot of people. Think of it, 10 million.
Sometimes I get negative comments, but you know, I just brush it off.
I mean, well, yeah, that's like the downfall with impersonating. I feel like there's definitely like, there's a spectrum. There's a spectrum of like impersonation and then being obsessed and trying to be them. And I feel like Paige is slowly edging her way to like that part of the scale.
I want to inspire to make my followers feel confident and, you know, not to listen to the comments or the haters and just do what makes you happy.
I mean, I understand that, but I do have a bone to pick with that. You inspire people to be themselves, did she say? I just re-listened to it. She said inspire them to be confident. You can't really inspire them to be confident if you are trying to be someone else, if you get me. I feel like what she's trying to say is, you know, be you, do what you want to do. However, you are trying to be someone else to a freakish level. You know, this isn't like her just dressing up for a few videos to pretend to be Ariana. This is like her whole personality.
I was shocked. I was like, I mean, before she went viral, she had a little bit of a following.
Okay, so that's her brother. Imagine he turned into Frankie. I feel like if Frankie Grande was ever have a look like it would be me. Me and him are both twinks.
But when that one went viral, that was just crazy because the articles and everything that came out and everyone's opinion, and it was just crazy because, you know, I've never experienced that before.
Exactly, like think of it, 10 million people follow her. That's like a lot of people. Also, I feel like she is gonna get a lot of hate, and I kind of do feel bad for her. I feel like she is depressed, or not depressed, but like I feel like she's just confused. Do you ever like look at someone and you can tell like in the back of their head they're confused about their identity? Is that appropriate to say or inappropriate? I mean, I don't really care. I just kind of feel bad for her. It's like, you know, if you want to dress up as her every so often, do videos just like it's a joke, that's fine. But like I feel like with her, she's like based her whole personality and like life around Ariana. I mean, if Ariana dies, what are you gonna do? She could take over her as like the new Ariana.
Seeing that was just, I was astounded. Seeing Paige work 4 to 5 hours on a TikTok video is honestly kind of, it's inspiring, honestly, because she puts so much work into these TikToks.
I mean, yeah, she certainly does. And do you want to know something? I've actually got a really good business idea. Eventually, Ariana Grande is going to have a biopic or something like that. She's going to have a film made about her. They need to get Paige. Like, honestly, Paige, if you want to just be you, but be Ariana for the movie, she actually does look like her. Like, if they genuinely wanted to make a movie about Ariana and use Paige, like, it would look identical to her.
Today, I'm going to be doing a photo shoot, and I have some cute outfits picked out, so I'm really excited for that.
Okay, so she's doing a photo shoot. Is this a photo shoot for like her Instagram or like socials? Is this a photo shoot for her as herself or for her as Ariana? I've got no problem with her dressing up and being Ariana. I just don't want her to lose herself. I feel like everyone has their own identity, and if you lose yourself, like, I just don't want to see that happen, if you know what I mean. She seems like such a sweet wee girl. It's just like, I don't want her to like go like tumble down the hill and like, I don't know, like get her.
I came across Paige online. I was scrolling through my TikTok For You page. I thought we'd reach out to her, see what she was doing, what brand she was working with, how we could help, and then it was sort of history from there.
I mean, to be fair, whenever he's talking, he's just saying money. I mean, you'd make a lot of money out of her. And also, if we like look at her from a side, she does kind of look like Ariana, but she also kind of looks like herself. I feel like with her at certain angles, you know, if you get her at a certain angle, she definitely does look like Ariana, but then I feel like she also photoshops her photos a lot. I did have a look for her page, and it is filled with of Facetune. But I mean, even without like the filters and effects, she does look like Ariana.
So obviously the way that Paige deals with her positive and negative comments is quite admirable. Every influencer has positive and negative feedback on their videos.
That is true, but the thing is, if you do put yourself online, you are going to get either positive or negative comments. And I feel like with her, she's going to have positive, but she's probably going to have more negative, and they're going to come from like an Ariana fans. I mean, let's be realistic. If you're obsessed with like a singer, let's say I'm obsessed with, I don't know, Ariana. Like, I'm someone who's got a fan account. I follow everything she does. If you do see someone like Paige who like tries to be her in a freakish way, you probably are going to be like, oh, what's going on here?
Obviously Paige is mostly positive, and that's great for us and for brands as well to see.
I mean, I would disagree with that. I would say she does get more hate than love. I have seen her videos, and like quite a lot of comments are like, oh my god, this is really freaky, like you genuinely do look like her, which that could be seen as good comments but also bad. But they were talking about a brand. Is her whole brand trying to be Ariana? Imagine Ariana Grande copyrights herself. She's like, honey, you ain't getting any money off me.
You know, I'm trying to achieve confidence, and overall I want other people to also feel confident too.
Yet again, she's doing like the facial impressions of Ariana. I don't know how to describe it, but Ariana does act like that. Like, you know, the way the eyebrows are, the face. This is getting to the point where it's like, what's going on here? You know, she's talking about people being confident. Is she only confident when she's Ariana? You know, I swear Ariana Grande did come out and say to her, you know, be yourself. I don't know. It's like, oh, my head's a tiny bit scrambled.
When I go out sometimes, I get recognized for myself, and it makes me feel really special that I was gifted with this life.
I mean, were you recognized for yourself or just because they thought you were Ariana? I mean, to be fair, I don't even know what the real Paige looks like. Imagine a real Paige is like 47. How old is this girl? I swear she's like 17.
She's very friendly, and it comes across authentically because that's her personality in general.
I mean, I would disagree. She does seem like a very sweet person, but she is acting like Ariana. She's acting like the young version of Ariana with the voice, the facial expressions, the high ponytail. That's not her being authentic. That's her trying to be someone who is Ariana.
You know, her fashion sense, her whole brand as a picture is just exactly what you would presume a social media influencer would be.
No, that's not true. She is not being a social media influencer. She is being Ariana. The makeup, the voice, the facial expressions, the outfit. I wouldn't be surprised if she changed her second name to Grande.
The photo shoot went amazing. It was very fun. I'm not really used to this, and it was a really cool experience, and I really liked the way the photos came out.
Okay, so looking at the photos, she kind of does look like herself. I can definitely see her in Ariana, or Ariana and her, is that the way to say it? Either way, like, I won't lie, she does look like Ariana. There are certain people out there who look like celebrities. However, she's realized that, and she's sort of like morphed herself to look even more like her, which is kind of cool, I won't lie. But you know, look at her, she's a beautiful girl. It's just like, I'd love to see her be her.
The ultimate goal for me would be to pursue like acting, singing, modeling, stuff like that.
So basically be like Ariana. I mean, come on, if I seen this photo, I would have thought it was Ariana. Genuinely, like, this is actually probably the most realistic photo. Doesn't Ariana have a makeup brand? They've been doing a load of photo shoots recently. This is Ariana. Like, I'm sorry, that face, that is Ariana. I swear she also gave herself like little dimples as well. I'm pretty sure Ariana's got dimples. Did she get dimple surgery to get dimples?
It's important for me to make a name as Paige Neiman.
And you, no, Paige, no. If you want to be Paige, you need to be Paige. How is she gonna sit there and be like, I want to make a name for Paige Neiman when she's literally in Ariana cosplay?
At the end of the day, I'm me, and I'm just doing what I love, and I'm sharing it with the world.
I mean, yeah, you can definitely do what you love. I can definitely tell you love to dress up like that and try to be Ariana, but you're not being you, so you can't sit there and say, I want to make a name for me, because you're not being you. Look, that's where I'm gonna leave that video there. I honestly think Paige is a really sweet girl. She's very beautiful as well. However, with her and what she does, I'm not against it, but I'm also like not supportive, if you know what I mean. I'm kind of neutral. You know, do you, whatever makes you happy. However, there's definitely a line where I feel like you shouldn't cross because it can turn a bit crazy. Basically, I don't want her to one day, you know, like get really depressed and like harm herself because like her whole life has been her pretending to be someone else. But yeah, that's where I'm gonna leave that video there. That is Ariana Grande lookalike. I hope you all enjoyed this video. If you did, please subscribe and yes, I'll see you all in my next video.